Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing another what I eat in a day video today. I'm starting off my morning with a quick trip to a local coffee shop. I just got a new coffee grinder. I'm super pumped to use it. I wanted to get some like nicer beans, so that's first order of business this morning. So I just stopped into Boxcar. It's a coffee shop on Pearl Street in Boulder. I grabbed some of their decaf Columbia beans. I'm sure these will be awesome. Excited to brew some when I get home. Then I also noticed there was a used bookstore on the same street, so I stopped in and I got the Conscious Cook by Tal Ronan. I'm not sure if this is a vegan cookbook, but it's at least meat-free. Then I also found this Artful vegan book. I think these are recipes from a restaurant, Millennium Restaurant in San Francisco. I've never heard of that, but apparently they are a visionary gourmet experience redefining vegan cuisine for the 21st century. The barista at Boxcar recognized me from YouTube, which has only happened like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times. And I just, if you're watching this, I apologize. I'm just a weird, awkward, shy person. I never know what to say. Like, I don't know, man. Fun fact, in my trunk I have spaghetti squash that I left in here and then it snowed, so it froze. I'm gonna defrost it, now it's all cracked. I'm not sure if it's even good anymore, probably not. I mean, it makes sense that it would happen because it got below freezing, but it just didn't cross my mind because I've never lived anywhere where it snows. When I took my license test, because I grew up in a desert, right? The only point I missed out on was that I couldn't locate the defroster in my car. I'd literally never used it. R.I.P. spaghetti squash. I'm super excited to break this coffee grinder in. Beans smell really good. With everything else in my life, I'm really not picky. I'll pretty much eat anything as long as it's vegan, but coffee is the one thing that I'm mildly snobby about. Something I got from my dad. He loved coffee. Every time I would go to a new cafe, I would always send him a picture of my latte or whatever I got there, and I would try to get him some of the beans from there. It was a very random memory, but when I got my first job in college and I started, you know, making my own money and getting all excited about that, the first like nice gift I got my dad was a coffee grinder, a burr mill. I think my mom still has that, so this kind of just reminds me of him. I'm getting all like emotional now. Did not mean to do that. You'd be super excited about this. So the brand Oxo sent me this pour over coffee maker to share with you guys. I've been loving it. It's the perfect size since I usually only have 1 cup of coffee a day. Doesn't really make sense for me to have the full-on coffee pot. Finally live in an address where they pick up compost again, so I can compost my filter and my grounds after I'm done using them, which makes me so happy. Things that make Sarah happy, compost. What's awesome about this is that it has a reservoir for the water with measurements on it, so you get the exact right amount of water for your grounds. And this lid keeps all the heat in, and then the tank has a bunch of different holes on the bottom, so it distributes the water evenly over the grounds, and it just gives you a really nice consistent brew every single time. Then once you're done, you can use the lid as a drip tray, which is super convenient. Since these are kind of fancier beans, I'm not going to add too much junk to my cup of coffee. But I did just pick up some of this Ripple half and half. Some of you recommended this to me. Some of you also said that you hated it, so I decided to buy some, see for myself. I'm gonna add just like a tiny, tiny splash. Oh, it's so good. Good quality coffee beans make such a difference. I've noticed my vlog style videos are 10 times longer than my voiceovers because I just can't stop talking. So we're gonna switch over to voiceover for the recipe segment of this what I eat in a day video for the sake of brevity. Now moving on to breakfast. I picked up some of this Birchbender's pancakes mix on sale at Sprouts. This stuff is dope. So I made a few small chocolate chip pancakes, kind of burned the one in the back, pay no attention to that. Moving on, I also made a scramble with some sauteed bell peppers and onions, and I added some light life sausage and browned that up. This stuff cooks kind of weird. Have any of you tried this? What do you think about it? I'm kind of on the fence. Anyway, I used a little bit of water instead of oil to keep everything from sticking. Then I crumbled in a block of extra firm tofu, and to spice it up, I added the obvious onion, garlic powder, pinch of turmeric, mostly for color, salt and pepper, nutritional yeast, and then last minute I tossed in some cheddar, some green onions, and then warmed that through. Had about 1/3 of that huge scramble with a pancake and some fresh strawberries. I scooped on some leftover guacamole, and tossed it with some of this chipotle hot sauce by Melinda's that I've really been digging lately. Then my lunch was pretty random. I had a few potatoes that were kind of old, they were getting kind of squishy, and I wanted to use them up. And then I had some zucchini, so I cubed up the potatoes, drizzled them with a little bit of olive oil, tossed them with some onion, garlic, paprika, salt, pepper, and then I air fried them for about 15 minutes until they were golden brown and crispy. In the meantime, I used my julienne peeler to make zucchini noodles, and to keep it simple, I just sautéed them with salt and pepper till they were slightly wilted. I know this will make some of you cringe, but you know I'm obsessed with mayo, so I got some like restaurant-style squeeze bottles and transferred my mayo into one of them so that I could aesthetically drizzle mayo over literally all my food. And then I also added some habanero ketchup by Melinda's as well. For dinner, I started out by making a huge batch of fried rice. I had some leftover basmati rice, so I cooked down some mushrooms till they had shrunk a lot. Then I tossed in onion and garlic and ginger. Once those were all tender and very fragrant, I tossed in some chopped carrot and leftover basmati rice, fried the heck out of it. I like my fried rice to be super dry and fluffy and golden brown. I added a little bit of sesame oil and chili paste for flavor, as well as some green onions, and then at the last minute I added frozen peas. To go along with that, I made some breaded cauliflower. I've made something like this many times on the channel. It starts with a very simple batter, and I used brown rice flour this time around, some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, plus soy milk. First, I dip my cauliflower florets in the batter, then into some panko breadcrumbs, and then I bake that for about 40 minutes till they start to look golden brown. I always need my sauce options, so I tossed some of the cauliflower bites in sweet chili sauce, and then the other half I tossed in a combination of mayo and sriracha. I think this is bang bang sauce. That's what it's called, right? Bang bang cauliflower. So pretty much what all my dreams are made of, sriracha and mayo. Then lastly, for dessert, I made a root beer float with some of the Halo Top ice cream I had left over in my freezer, and my secret vice, diet root beer. You guys, I know it's not good for you, but every now and then I cave, and I kind of love diet soda, especially Diet Dr. Pepper, and this was just one of those days, okay? So that's everything I ate today. I have a few recipes linked down below if you're interested, and thanks so much to OXO for sponsoring this video, helping me up my coffee brewing game. I'll also have a link to this nifty pour-over coffee maker in the information box if you want to check it out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!